All right, y'all, we gotta talk because I've been wrong about a few things and I wanted to clarify because Spirit's been talking. And honestly, I've been sitting with this for a few days trying to piece together what the hell is actually going on with Giselle in this Act 3 era. And when I tell you it's much deeper than a rollout, this is a divine unveiling. I feel like I need you tried to fight, but you my brain is racing for my heart is racing for clarity. Oh, I thought I was on screen. There we go. What's going on, y'all? It's Scott Santana, aka Cha. Oh, nope, wrong video. It's Scott Santana, better known as Aubrey, when I'm doing these more personal, collective, zodiac style stars and scandals type of videos. And baby, listen, y'all already know I posted this video right here. If you have not seen it, please go check it out. And I've also posted this video right here. Okay, as well as a whole bunch of other stars and scandals videos. And today I actually posted this video right here because I know a lot of y'all are struggling right now. You feel like everybody else is getting their blessings and you just tired of struggling and you ready for a soft life. And so if that's the case, baby, please go listen to this video. It's for you. And I even opened up about, some of my struggles the last year, especially having to get up here and perform and to keep prophesizing, but also feeling the same way. Okay, so definitely go check that out. Now, as far as this video, I'm not gonna make it super long. It's actually straight to the point. Listen, y'all already know Scott don't miss, but it's important to remember it's not always about the date. It's about the message. Because when I tap in and I deliver these prophecies, I'm working with divine messages, not man made timelines. Okay, because there is such a thing as free will. Even though I personally believe at the end of the day, there's God's will and God's will always override personal will, there is still a window of time and an amount of rope that the universe will give us to see whether or not we'll hang ourselves, if that is more clear for you. Okay, but energy doesn't own a calendar, right? It moves when it's ready. Like even with the Diddy shit, when I originally told y'all about his arrest and him going down, I was off by a day. Okay. And I usually make it a point to say when I give my readings and my predictions, give it a few days or a week or so, for these very reasons. Because as a healer, as a light worker, a psychic, astrologer, whatever you want to call me, I understand that energy is fluid and timelines can shift. Okay. But I do also have to recognize, I'm no longer just a spiritual channel, and I have been combining my entertainment videos along with my spiritual videos, and just out of protection, honestly, for me and my business and what I do, and also to help people learn how this shit actually works. Yes, timelines and things like that can shift. Okay. There's still free will that exists, and energy is very much fluid. Okay. But even with all of that, here's the thing, this is fucking Beyonce that we're talking about. So, of course, we're going to be worried about the damn dates because, I mean, at the end of the day, we are humans, and as fans, or some of us stands, we're craving new music. So, I definitely get it. Right. Now, originally, I was so locked in on July 29th, 2025, being the date that new music was going to drop because Spirit made that date loud. I got confirmation after confirmation, spread after spread, download after download, and it wasn't subtle. The energy around that day felt like ignition. And to be clear, it still is. That date does mean something, right? It wasn't a mystery, it wasn't a false alarm, but now I'm pulling deeper and I let Spirit clarify, and it's obvious, okay? That date isn't necessarily the public launch, it's the internal activation. It's the moment where Beyonce knows she's ready, right? It's the final decision, the quiet flip of the switch. July 29th is her behind the curtain saying, okay, it's time. And from that moment on, that's when the entire rollout timeline starts to unfold, but from her terms, right? Not ours, which, let's be real, is so very Beyonce coded. Like she's the type to launch on an era, on a soul contract, and not on a press calendar, right? And even if I look at things astrologically, July 29th, the theme of that day for her gives private activation, public mystery. And she will have Pluto opposing her Mars, 10th house versus 4th house. So this is like power struggle meets performance rebirth. Her career and public image are being shaken to the core by the opposition to her Mars and Leo, her creative fire, her ego, her will to act. but she'll be holding that tension inward. Okay. Whatever's going on privately is going to happen, and there's going to be a shift in her legacy before it shows up publicly, right? So in other words, this is about how she is transforming, or at least transforming the idea of how she wants the world to see her, but it will definitely start on that day. You also have to keep in mind we are literally going to be days away from the new moon in Leo at that point. Mercury is already retrograde in Leo, right? Then she'll also have Neptune trine Mars opposing her Mercury. So she'll be channeling, not necessarily performing. And it'll be a lot of intuitive vision, right? A lot of messages that's being fine tuned, just making sure, like, okay, is this what I want to do? Is it ready? Is it time for me to do this? Just getting all the background work. There's also some other things going on in her chart, like Saturn in the 12th and Mars and Moon in the 6th. I'm not going to bore y'all with all of the astrological information, but I'm telling you, looking at the transits, I had to second guess and sit back and think for a second and say, okay, maybe that date isn't necessarily the public reveal, but maybe it is the start of what's to come, right? Now, here's the nuance that Spirit really wanted me to share. When someone is that spiritually tapped in, like a Beyoncé, when they're that aligned with divine timing, protection, and ancestral guidance, timelines don't behave the same way. You can get the right message, the right energy, the right date, and still have it manifest in a way that looks delayed or unclear. Like, I think a lot of people confuse like how time works here versus on a spiritual plane, because like, whew, um, baby, like 2 minutes on the spiritual plane can be like 200 years in 3D. You understand? So it's not a delay, it's more of divine repositioning. It's the universe rerouting around interference. So let's be clear, the message has not changed. Okay, the theme surrounding everything, like everything that I mentioned within the videos, it hasn't changed at all. It's really just the dates that's just like, okay, like, okay. But the themes haven't changed. The drop is still coming. The album is still coming. That sonic shift that we picked up on, like that rebellious, rock inspired war cry of an album that a lot of people are assuming might be to come, that's still what she's bringing. This is about liberation. It's about power. This is Beyonce channeling rage, love, freedom, and femininity all at once. This is the goddess with her foot on the industry's neck. And every single download, every confirmation, every spread that I've gotten, every word from Spirit has pulled that's still the confirmation. Okay. Now, this is going to be one of her most strategic and most spiritual rollouts yet. Let's talk dates. Let me go ahead and put up a visual on screen. So, July 29th. While July 29th is still spiritually important, and it honestly may involve a visual or a cryptic post or something behind the scenes that maybe we don't even get to see, the public rollout energy is shifting. What Spirit has been showing me more and more clearly is that August is the month of movement. August is where it happens. We're absolutely getting new music in August. No debate about it. No question. The energy is already moving towards that. So while I'm up here, like, okay, we might not get the single drop on 29th. Nah, we're still getting new music. Okay, within the next 6 weeks. Not 6 years, not 6 months, not within, by next year. No, within 6 weeks. Okay. And what I'm seeing now, what's crystal clear, is that somewhere between August 8th and August 22nd, she's going to drop the first single. August 8th is potent because it's 8-8, which is the Lionsgate portal. It's a spiritual reset, a heart chakra activation, and a power surge. And what better day to drop a teaser, a preview, or a spiritual breadcrumb, right? But then you also have August 22nd, right? That's the real pressure point. That's where the tension in the field breaks. That's where the music actually lands in our ears. And that's the day Beyonce stops hinting and starts declaring. And then boom, August 29th, that's the full body drop, the album, the visuals, the shift, the statement, right? And when I say visuals, I'm not talking about like, I'm talking, you're going to have to go back to, which video was it? This video that I did to understand what I mean by visuals, because I'm not talking about the visuals that everybody's expecting. I'm more so talking about whatever type of ceremonial offering that she's going to do, because I still feel as though she's going to drop some sort of visual where it's all I can say is just spiritual offering. It just feels like not a traditional video, not a traditional commercial rollout. It feels like this is me, this is Beyonce, this is me stripped down, this is me raw, this is me in a form that nobody's ever seen before type shit. This is some shit where people are gonna have to decode and read between the lines and figure out that I'm about to divorce this nigga. Like it's given that. It's not the visuals that people are expecting, but it is something to where it ties the music in together, right? So this is the shift. This is the statement. That's the end of the cycle in the beginning of the next era. And it's not just a date, it's a gate. She's closing one version of herself and resurrecting another, which is why Spirit keeps saying transformation, right? Because she's not just releasing music, she's performing a ritual, and we're all going to be witnesses to it. So, why did I take that off the screen? No, I don't need that on the screen no more. So listen, I know people are gonna say, but she didn't drop anything yet. So were you wrong? And listen, like I said in the beginning, I can't control the timelines. I can't control the dates. Just focus on the message, okay? And this is not even about me proving right, but motherfuckers know Scott don't miss, okay? Focus on the messages, not the dates, okay? This is why I needed to do the message. No, I wasn't wrong. None of the original energy was off. The issue is that when somebody is that cosmically synced, their timeline is not linear. And I know that personally. I know that personally over some shit that I'm going through now. And hopefully we'll just say in about a month or two we'll be able to put it all together if I'm given the okay to talk about certain things. But Beyonce is literally playing chess right now on an astrological, ancestral, and energetic board. Her moves don't look like other artists' moves for a reason. Okay, Beyonce is the only person, well, that I know of or that I care of, that I know that actually drops around astrological transits. Like, even if you look at everything that she's done so far, it's been around like a full moon or a new moon or like an eclipse. Like, she plays into all of that, y'all. Right. So when spirit gives us a date, something that, like, sometimes that date is energetic, not physical. It's the root system, not the flower, the drop that starts that day, but then ends up blooming, later on. So just to recap, as far as July 29th, as of right now, again, things can change. I might be coming to y'all on July 29th for the new message or on August 5th. But as of right now, July 29th is looking like a spiritual ignition, a private activation, where she makes the call. August 8th is looking like a coded teaser energy, a glimpse, a whisper, a breath before the storm. August 22nd looks like the single, the statement, the opening of the gates. And then August 29th looks like Act 3, the album, the empire, the offering, the evolution. And to those of y'all that's been following this prophetic journey with me since the beginning, y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all know I don't speak on this shit unless Spirit makes it loud. And Spirit has not only been loud, but Spirit's been singing. And this album has been a mission. This rollout has divine timing written all over it. And no matter what detours that could possibly happen, always take it with a grain of salt. Energy is fluid. Just know that we are in the era now. Okay. So singles coming, albums coming, and we are not leaving this portal without receiving it. So because what Beyonce is doing with Act 3 is bigger than the music, it's spiritual rebellion, it's sacred reclamation, it's prophecy, and she's delivering it like only she can. So stay tuned, stay grounded, and trust that whatever I saw, whatever it is that some of us feel, whatever it is that spirit is confirming, it's already happening. Okay. We are not off. The drop isn't, like, it's not that the drop isn't coming, it's already started. We're just walking towards the sound. And when it hits, obviously we're going to know. Okay. And if you really want to stay tapped in, don't just wait for the headlines. Stay connected to the energy. Okay. Because the timelines, the codes, the symbols, they're already moving. Now, if you haven't watched the collective video that I posted earlier, this one right here, go do that right now. It ties directly into Beyonce. Okay. I'm talking about rebirth. I'm talking about reclamation, divine timing, all of it. Like, this reading cracked open the same themes that Spirit's been showing me in these spreads: legacy, divine feminine power, closing karmic cycles, and stepping into your spiritual spotlight. And yes, Beyonce is a celebrity, but she's not above this shit. That's how I know that this album is coming now, because while Beyonce might be dropping an album, bitch, a lot of y'all are walking into divine love situations. A lot of y'all are walking into divine blessings, like you relocating, you starting a new job, you cutting off friends and then getting your soul family. Like there's a lot of beautiful fucking changes happening right now, even if it looks scary on the forefront, right? You know, so whether you're watching Beyonce do it or you're feeling called to do it yourself within your own life, is definitely something that's happening across the collective. And again, even though Beyonce is a celebrity, she's not above any of this. So if you're feeling this energy in your own life, don't ignore it. Go watch this video and most definitely take your ass over there to thealignmedsouls.com. Book you a full motherfucking alignment reading, okay? On thealignmedsouls.com. I am offering special Mercury and retrograde Leo readings, but I suggest you book a full alignment. Let's get that ass in the motherfucking shape, okay? And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I still feel the album come on is I feel like why can I speak now? I still feel like it's coming August 29th. And that is that on that. So just stay tuned. Okay. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. Within the next 6 weeks, just stay tuned. Pay attention to July 29th. Because I do feel like there's gonna be breadcrumbing. Okay. Even if it's not a single on the 29th or a single on the 8th, if you're paying attention, you're gonna be like, "Ooh, Sky, now wait a minute. Why she post this? And then she posted this. Damn, you right. We really are in the rock era." And then it'll be one of them things that, like one of them Easter eggs that people start putting together later on, like, oh shit, she was trying to tell us. Like, remember when she showed up at the Grammys with the long blonde hair and the hat? And then weeks later, after she dropped the 2 singles, everybody was like, oh my God, she was trying to tell us. Okay. So listen, we just having fun and kikiing over here, but at the same time, we flexing. So thealignmedsouls.com. Go book you a motherfucking personal reading, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye. Tell me what you wanna be.